So, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. It's been like a month is a problem. But anyway, I'm back and I'm going to start off this school year with a Q&A. My school started yesterday, but I'm sitting down and doing a Q&A right now. And I asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions twice. So I'll be answering all those questions in this video while eating this huge bowl of cereal. And yeah, okay. Oh, and I also bought this really nice pair of jeans, and I'm kind of obsessed with them because they look so nice. But I hope you enjoyed my demonstration. I'm going to sit back down now and actually answer some questions. Okay, so the first question I have on here is, how old were you when you first got into reading, and why? Okay, so I actually have a story for this. I hated reading when I was younger. Like, before first grade, I despised reading. I didn't like it. I never wanted to do it. But I loved being read too. So my mom would take me to the library and I'd pick out a book and she'd read it for me every night. And one night, and it was always the same book because I was obsessed with this book. I think it was about lice. I don't remember what it was called. I don't know. But basically, I was like, my mom would read this book to me every single night. And one time she was like, okay, now you read it to me. Because I read it to you so many times, now you read it to me. And since I'd read it so many times, like I'd heard it so many times, I knew when to flip the page, I knew when to pause, and all of that. So I basically pretended to be reading it. Instead, I just memorized the book, and I was like reciting it to my mom because I just hated reading so much. And she caught on eventually after a while. But yeah, so I did not like reading for a long time, and I can't really tell you when I got into reading. Like, I liked it okay after first grade because of my first grade teacher. And I think what got me into it was Percy Jackson a little bit, but I still didn't love it. It was just fun. And I think I really got into it in the end of 6th grade and the beginning of 7th grade. So not that long ago. Like, if you think about it, it was like 3 years ago. Yeah, before that, I didn't love it. I was okay with it. I enjoyed it. But I had very specific taste. And I think I really got into a lot of genres in the past year. But yeah, that's how and why I got into reading. Okay, next question is, what's your favorite movie? What's a book you want to love, and what's a character you absolutely despise? And all of these were asked by like the same person, like it was in the same comment. So the first question is, what's your favorite movie? My favorite movie, I have a lot. Honestly, I like Leap, you know, the one with the ballerina. I love Leap, and I love Dead Poets Society, and I also love The Riot Club, Crazy Rich Asians, and Letters to Juliet. Those are like my top favorite movies. But if I had to pick like a favorite, I feel like it mostly depends on my mood. Right now, as of this moment, it's probably Letters to Juliet. I love that movie. It's so good. It's so fun. And I think you should watch it. It's good. That was so weird. It's good. But yeah, it's seriously a good movie. I watched it a while ago, like maybe within this year, except like a few months ago, and I really, really liked it. So definitely watch that. And then the next one is, what's a book you want to love? There's so many. There's so many books that I want to love. Okay, there's the Atlas Six, there's the Night Circus, and there's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Okay, so the Night Circus, I genuinely thought it would be my all-time favorite book. I would become obsessed with it. I thought it would be like my holy grail or something, but it just wasn't. Like, I don't like it. It's not my kind of book. Maybe it's because of the time I read it, and maybe I didn't like it then because maybe because I expected something different from it. I didn't like it. So I kind of want to try it again, But yeah, I didn't like it the first time I read it because I expected something like completely different, and it was just, it's written in a really unique way, and like you can definitely appreciate that. It's just it's not for everybody, and it wasn't for me, I guess. But I do want to read it again. I don't know when. And also the Atlas 6. I read it. It's exactly my type of book, exactly the kind of thing I'd like, you know. Dark academia, morally gray characters, Alexandrian society, like, come on, that's literally me. But I didn't like it, and I was really disappointed because I really, really wanted to like it. And The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I haven't started it yet, but I just have a feeling that it's not going to be as good as I want it to be, because based on, like, you know, reviews I've seen online and stuff from people that have similar tastes to me, I just don't think I'll like it, but I really hope I do, because it seems so interesting, and I feel like if it's a book that, like, I enjoy, I mean, that makes no sense. I meant to say, like, it's such an interesting book that if I enjoy it, it'll just be, like, so much better, because the plot and the premise of the book is just in itself so fascinating. So I feel like if I enjoy it, it's just going to be, like, amazing, you know? Like, that made no sense. Just ignore everything I've said. Okay, the third is, what's a character you absolutely despise? It used to be Bella Swan, but I don't have enough, like, recollection of her. Like, I don't remember her that much anymore. And I don't remember the things she did that much. Like, I remember some things, but not enough to, like, actually hate her. But I'm sure there's, like, a lot that I hate right now. But right now I think it's Tessa from The Infernal Devices. Very unpopular opinion, considering that's one of my favorite series and she's the main character. But yeah, I don't like Tessa at all. I kind of hate her. I think she's irritating and annoying, and I cannot stand her. I can't stand her. Yeah. Or Rowan Whitehorn. Is that his name? I hope that's his name. Rowan from Throne of Glass. Yeah, cannot stand that man. I hope he dies. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. But yeah, don't kill me, please. Okay, next I have favorite Shadowhunter book, if you've read them all. I have read most of them. I have not read the Red Scrolls of Magic, and I haven't read the short stories. I started Ghosts of the Shadow Market, and I'm like almost done with it, but I haven't finished it yet, because I don't enjoy short stories that much. They're just kind of things that I like work through in time. Like, it takes me a while. I can't read them in one sitting. And I also have not read Queen of Air and Darkness, but my favorite Shadowhunter book, I don't have a specific book. I have a favorite series, and currently it's The Last Hours. For the longest time, it was The Infernal Devices, but I read The Last Hours, and I can't. That book, just like those books, destroyed me. I'm dead, and I was saving up Chain of Iron for so long because I didn't want to finish it before the last book came out. So I read it last year in like December because I thought it was coming out in March the next year, but it got postponed to like January, I think it's January 30th next year. So I was like, I finished it, and then I searched up when it's gonna like come out again because I'd forgotten, or I just wanted to make sure. Turns out it was postponed. I was like, could I not have found this out earlier? Like, why is the world against me? But yeah, The Last Hours are currently my favorite Cassandra Clare books at the moment. It was The Infernal Devices, and I still love The Infernal Devices, but The Last Hours. 2 people actually asked this question, so I hope that answers it. The next question is, what team are you in the Inheritance games? I'm assuming they mean like Team Grayson or Team Jameson, and Team Jameson. I had like, in the second book though, I was like, I don't know, like Jameson, Grayson, but Jameson, it just makes sense in my head, like with Avery, But separately, I love both of them almost equally, but Xander will always be the best Hawthorne. Like, I don't care. Just, he's up there, and then Jameson, and then Grayson, and then Nash. I don't like Nash that much. I don't know why. But, yeah, Team Jameson. Convince me otherwise. The next 3 questions were also asked in the same comment, and it's, why haven't you been posting, who's your favorite Shadowhunter character, and what books do you want to read before the end of the year? So the first one is, why haven't you been posting? And it's not like a specific reason, I haven't been in the mood, and I had a lot of ideas. Like, I wrote down so many ideas for summer, and I had like a list going on in my phone, and I wanted to do all of them, but I didn't feel like doing them, or I got lazy. And also, June was like the only free month for me. All of June was fine, because my break started on the 6th, and then it ended yesterday. No, I mean, like, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. But it started on the 6th, and then, like, I had the whole month of June, and my birthday was on the 29th. But then the day after my birthday, I went to New York for a week, and then the week after I came back, I went on another trip, and I just came back, like, last week, Wednesday. So it was, like, so many things were happening, and I just didn't want to vlog much on the trip. Like, I'm not comfortable vlogging around people yet, and I don't want to vlog on the trip, and that was one of the things, and I was very busy. And the whole month of June, I just wanted to, like, relax and not worry about it. So it's not like something bad happened to me. Like, I didn't die, or I didn't get, like, severely injured. That's not why I haven't been posting. It's just general laziness. So, yeah. The next question is, who's your favorite Shadowhunter character? And it's either Lucy, Cordelia, or Will, or Magnus. You know, I have too many, literally too many things. Probably Will Herondale. Will Herondale is like Will Herondale, and then Cordelia, and then Magnus, and then Lucy. Like, those are my 4 favorite characters. Probably of all time. Like, there's still a couple in there, but Will is my favorite character of all time. So, Will. And the last question is, what books do you want to read before the end of the year? There are so many, like, too many. I'm not going to read all of them, I know I'm not, but that's another video. But my top right now are The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, Malibu Rising, One True Loves, Alone with You in the Ether, and Witherword. Those are my top ones. There's a lot more, but that's a completely different video. So, stay tuned, I guess. So that's it for this Q&A video. Hopefully, pray that I'll be posting more often, because I'm really bad at this thing. It's so much easier to make shorts, because you can just make them in like 30 minutes. Done. But I like doing this more than making shorts. It's just so much more fun. I feel like I'm actually talking to someone. So, hopefully I'll post. I don't have a schedule yet, and I don't want to make myself a schedule, because whenever I do that, it stresses me out. So, probably no schedule, but hopefully I'll post more often. And bye. See you soon.